with all kinds of stuff, whether they're inside the restaurant or not. This restaurant reaches way more than just the building. This restaurant reaches to the families and their families and their families, to the whole community.
Now at 10, a local chef who satisfies more than just appetites is being forced out. What he has to say. And some Augusta commissioners say it's important to know where the money is going, how they want to stay accountable. Also tonight, keeping people warm during the winter. A check on if South Carolina power grids are ready when the snow and ice hit. I'm Denise Jefferson. This is News Channel 6 at 10 on MeTV.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on MeTV.
Good evening, I'm Denise Jefferson. Thanks so much for joining us. John Hart has the night off. Coverage you can count on begins tonight with the owner of Chef Red's Barbecue being evicted from his restaurant just days before a production team was set to start shooting Restaurant Impossible. A tough day for Chef Red's Barbecue.
I was flabbergasted. I came in, my people were crying.
Owner John Sampson, better known as Chef Red, was evicted from his restaurant after falling behind in rent.
It's devastating to get this close after all the hard work and the struggles, and then to have the rug pulled out from under my feet.
Sampson says he wasn't notified of a court date regarding the eviction. He says it's because someone falsified his signature on paperwork that was supposed to come to him. But according to Sampson, he never received it.
It cost me my livelihood.
The result is an emotional day for him and his employees, who are more like family.
Anybody that knows Chef and has been around Chef's like your dad or your grandpa, and everybody calls him Pop and stuff, and that's just the way Chef is.
Jackie Carroll has worked with Chef Red for 6 years. She says he's not only given back to them, but also the community.
He helps people with all kinds of stuff, whether they're inside the restaurant or not. This restaurant reaches way more than just the building. This restaurant reaches to the families and their families and their families, to the whole community and stuff. He's got the biggest heart of a person that I've ever seen.
But this is not the end of the story for Chef Red.
I'm not going to change my course, because the course I'm on is the one God set me on.
He plans to open a new restaurant on a piece of property he owns on Wrightsboro Road.
I don't look at this building as my business. My business is what God has created in me. My customers will follow me anywhere they know I'm at.
And when he starts that new chapter, Restaurant Impossible will be there to continue telling his story.
I'm still moving forward. Always have, always will.
The owners of a former barbecue restaurant in Augusta are getting back in business. Southbound Smokehouse on Central Avenue shut its doors last summer after the owners faced a possible suspension of their liquor license for selling to minors. But the owners have a new partner who owns the building and are planning to create a pizza restaurant.
I think a fresh start is definitely the way to go. It's great to see that they still want to do something with the restaurant facility that they have on Central Avenue. So give them a new opportunity to come and establish a well-run business.
The building owner operated Crumb's restaurant at that location for several years, telling commissioners without any liquor license issues. Commissioners and the sheriff's office approved granting a beer and wine license to the business. Burke County is reporting a big drop in crime over the past year. Sheriff Alfonzo Williams says much of that success is due to the on-scene training by his deputies. This helps them put the bad guys behind bars before they can re-offend. But he says the biggest factor is the relationship between the community and the sheriff's office. Williams also says one of the biggest categories where crime dropped was violent crimes and crimes committed by teens.
School resource deputies who are in the schools during the school year, but when school is out, those deputies come to work with us on the road patrol because they already know the kids. They have a relationship with them because they've been with them all year, so they are able to go out and check on them.
The sheriff credits much of the success to the on-scene training his deputies have. Now to Aiken County, where the coroner's office is investigating the shooting death of a man. It happened today at a trailer home on Escuga Lake Road in Graniteville. Deputies say when they arrived, they found Jairo Martinez dead. They say the 32-year-old was shot in the stomach. If you know anything about this crime that could lead to the arrest of the suspect, please contact the sheriff's office. A new year brings an old issue back before Augusta commissioners. Commissioners John Clark and Catherine Smith McKnight again making a call for a forensic audit of all city departments. McKnight saying it's needed to establish trust and transparency, but commissioners rejecting the proposal, saying forensic audits are expensive and are used for when criminal activity is suspected.
Somebody did something, somebody stole some money. There's no indication here, so I don't see why that we have to keep rehashing this same issue. I don't see a reason why. If somebody shows me a reason why, then I would go with it.
I believe the objective is to make the government look bad.
Commissioners were told that this year the city will request bids from new companies to conduct the city's required annual financial audit. All right, and now it's time to take a look at your weather forecast with our chief meteorologist, Tim Miller. And Tim, today was a nice sunny day compared to some rainy weather we've had recently.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Jenny. It was pretty much seasonable for January. And let's take a look out at our almanac for the day. 55 degrees. Our high temperature, that was about 4 degrees cooler than we should be. Started off chilly though, below freezing, 31 this morning. Average low is about 36 degrees. And temperatures tonight holding rather steady. We're at 46 degrees, updating as we speak, 42 in Waynesboro. That's pretty much where we're going to be here, at least maybe mid-30s, because we have some cloud cover that's started to roll in. Winds, though, have been from the east. They're relatively light now, maybe around 5 miles per hour. Satellite view shows our high clouds starting to roll all in, and the Tuesday view, pretty much the same thing as well. No rain with these clouds, but certainly the clouds are going to thicken up throughout the nighttime. So 34 degrees. Yeah, we'll see it certainly by morning, so we certainly will be warmer than we were this morning, but with no rain expected. Here is our futurecast all the way through the nighttime hours. We're fine through the night. However, once we get to tomorrow morning, there could be 1 or 2 little sprinkles pop up, see little green dots. So that would be for basically tomorrow morning. Then guess what? We're right back into sunshine and a high temperature of 60. We do have a better chance of rain coming up this week. We'll talk more about that in detail with your forecast in just a few minutes. Teresa.
All right, thanks, Tim. Officials in South Carolina have completed their review of the state's public and private power grids. This after last year's winter storm in Texas caused problems and extended outages. Governor Henry McMaster requested the review of South Carolina's more than 60 utility providers. The report says that the state's energy system and providers are adequately prepared to prevent and respond to outages caused by ice storms. It also shares 10 recommendations that utility providers should implement. Some of those include strengthening procedures for cold weather preparedness and more collaboration between the providers.
Carolina is different than Texas. So does that mean we won't have an ice storm? Of course we will. Will we have an outage? Yes, we will. But do take comfort in knowing that your energy provider is working to restore service as quickly as possible.
The Office of Regulatory Staff were budgeted $500,000 to conduct this review. The U.S. tallied 1 million new infections on Monday. It's a new single-day record. The agency says the Omicron variant accounts for a majority of those cases. President Joe Biden met with the White House COVID response team for the first time in the new year today. He's urging Americans to wear masks and get vaccinated to head off the worst of the variant. The administration is also doubling the order of Pfizer's antiviral pills to treat 20 million people. 4 million treatments are expected by the end of the month. Today, DHEC reported the single highest weekly total of COVID cases since the start of the pandemic. Last week, DHEC reported more than 50,000 cases. This just days after the state surpassed 1 million total COVID cases on New Year's Day. In response, health leaders are urging people to wear masks, practice social distancing, and get both vaccinated and boosted. A local businessman is getting ready to make a large donation. Jeff Annis, founder of Advanced Services, says he will contribute $500,000 to the Community Foundation of the CSRA. The check will be presented tomorrow at 10 a.m. at Sutherland Mill.
Everything that we do is affected by how elections are, the sanctity of the vote is respected.
Coming up, a showdown is looming in the Senate over voting rights legislation.